All right, so to President Bola Tinubu, I don't know if you see the internet, but if you are not seeing the internet, I've been going through the internet, right? First things first, they actually wish that it was you that buy instead of Buhari.
I don't feel anything about his death. It's normal. It's his turn for him to die.
Should I say I'm happy?
I dey feel the pain that Nigeria lost one of the best presidents so far we have ever had in this country since they created Nigeria.
In death, Nigerians are flogging. They don't care. They have been hurt so much.
Buhari dealt with my family, but his death yesterday, I believe before yesterday, I don't see him as any kind of justice.
Buhari is dead and buried. His family is mourning. The elite is sympathizing with the family. But Nigerians, I mean, the reasonable Nigerians are rejoicing in the streets. Me, I don't really know why, but we're going to be making compilation from the recent video we obtained from the internet on how Nigerians in different way they are expressing their joy or grief or sympathizing with the family of late President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, first of all, I want to walk you guys through with the recent compilation that I just make from the internet. So VDM finally, after I've long waited, tweeted, comment, and writing privately, why would you want to talk about this? Please, you have to say something. VDM finally released a video, but in a dark room. Me, I don't know. This is unusual for him. He sit on the dark room and he decided to say this about the late President Buhari. We'll be right back.
All right, so to President Bola Tinubu, I don't know if you see the internet, but if you are not seeing the internet, I've been going through the internet, right? First things first, they actually wish that it was you that buy instead of Buhari. Now, when no be you come buy before Buhari, they are praying that you will be the next to buy. Now, let me tell you the craziest part. If you even buy, what they will do to your corpse will be worse than what they are doing to Buhari's corpse. They're going to insult your corpse, you're not going to rest in peace. Why? Because of how you are ruling the country. As a matter of fact, some people actually preferred that they bring Buhari back instead of you. And if you remember, Buhari was one of the most insulted presidents because of hardship. But when you came in, your hardship even doubled Buhari on. A lot of policies that were introduced was not even favorable to the people. Your regime is so bad that people don't even want to associate themselves with you. Nobody wants to be seen with Tinubu. Gone are the days where we say president snap with president, you go be happy. Now, if you're by mistake a picture of somebody, an influencer, a celebrity is released with the president, they automatically see you as a bad person. They're going to insult you. Your regime is so bad that nobody can say anything good about you. Once they just talk anything good about you, everybody don't para. So they actually pray me you buy. You still have an opportunity. Just think about what you have done. Think about your regime. What do people go think? You come, hardship double. Yeah, I'm a realist. I'll just look at the way they be. You came into power, the hardship double. Fuel price, boom. You say you remove subsidy so that you go use the money, do something for Nigeria, but you still they borrow money up to today. We never thought in this world that as Nigerians where they produce oil, we go they buy fuel for this price or they buy. That being said, okay, no wahala. Even the Agbado when I used to campaign, I want to relate Agbado to food stuff. How much the food stuff? See the price of rice, see the price of beans, see the price of gari. Minimum wage where you say you increase, now still I will call them lies. Because a lot of people see they complain, say their offices, they know they pay them. Coastal highway, it be like fraud. Coastal highway looks like fraud that have been abandoned. They don't do them reach halfway, they leave them. Guess what? People are still borrowing money again for that project after how many billion was dropped, how many trillion was dropped. Are we going to talk about insecurity of the country? Country no secure, and every day, every people they buy left, right, and center. Every day, people they buy. Should I list? Even till tomorrow, people see they buy for Benway. As I dey talk to you now, for Agenebo there, at those states, people they buy there because of insecurity. See Jos, see Taraba. I feel list states, see Ondo, see Enugu till tomorrow, see Bayelsa. All these places, insecurity. The question I will ask is, what you can even really do as the president? You still have a lot of time to do a lot of things. I just don't want to go into detail. I say it's so bad. They posted one of your daughters yesterday, saying that your daughter. I don't know how true. But guess what? There's no peace for the girl. They started to insult the girl. Girl, when I born, they born her entire side where they born her me too. They started to insult her. It's how bad when Nigeria take dislike now. Or I would say hate. Anybody where they support her now from her money, said I don't collect money, or if they don't promise her something. Or the people will be tribal, where tribalism won't finish. People where tribalism won't finish. Or religion. President Bola Tinubu, just in case, they see social media and the way they are reacting to the death of Buhari, I will just show you today. This is their reaction. They are wishing that now you go by. And if by mistake, God can even answer their prayers. They go do your curves, go worst. You still get a lot of time to do a lot of things. My own, even if that insecurity you solve, killing done too much. I persuade they are alive, they chop food. Before they talk about food stuff or they talk about fuel, they talk about minimum wage. Even if now this insecurity issue you tackle, even if it's that one, you'll be remembered for that. Because as of now, you are going down as the worst president in the history of Nigeria. I can't twist it anyway. You go down as the worst president I've ever touched leg for this country. All your policies, no one they work. All. The only thing we want to take brag before when they celebrate your 2 years in power, they say students no go strike. ASU don't go strike. Oh. ASU don't go strike. Student loan was nonsense. You go down as the worst president in the history of Nigeria. You have the chance. You still get small times to start to do one or two things. I think you don't change anytime soon, man. They will pray that you'll be the next two. And you are 70-something now. You don't have much time again, give or take. Give or take. No, I don't think a lot of these people in power now, I don't think a lot of them, give or take 20 years. 20 years, averagely, because person know now from 100 or something, give or take. Baba, you still get time, oh. You still get time to at least put one or two things in place. So I go turn everything around. Start with insecurity. If you can do insecurity first, we'll say, okay, yes, this problem where they don't face for Nigeria since Tinubu. But other than that, you definitely, there's no juju on earth. There's no whining. There's no PR. There's no publicity on earth that can erase it. That you go down as the worst president that Nigeria have ever had. Peace and love, don't play. Thank you.
Now, you have listened to what VDM said. I want you guys to watch this particular video of Shehu Kuti, what he said regarding to the death of Muhammadu Buhari and the burial and the resurrection. I want you guys to listen to what he said. We'll be right back.
That is justice. That an old man has died of old age after using our blood to secure the financial future of his generations. That is, I can't they wonder, say, what thing make APC this scatter? Why did they send all these boys to go attack? Say they want Buhari won't do another time. Abi Tinubu don't cancel one Buhari contract. They wonder, say, why all the whole northern Buhari caucus of APC when they fall out? Ashe Ajeni Yami Baba Tiku, they don't say Baba won't die. So their mouth in the party. Oh, see, Nigerians. This coalition is based on the fact that Buhari don't die. They still say their mouth. All those northern them refining, all those no, their mouth in the presidency has been closed. Now yesterday, I mean, the day before yesterday, when Buhari died. Now we just can't know the reason why. But they say it's the sufferings of Nigerians. Because if there's no Buhari, say Baba, if there's no say Baba, where is the way in? Where is the say Baba? But don't forget that time. Say Baba, Nigerians. And the only thing where I don't see, we say, the problem when get up, we say, I seen die now, my popsy don't die, Uncle don't die, fella don't die. Before I'm all better men than him. 100 times better men than him. Uncle Koye, dead. Uncle Beko, dead. My dad, fella, dead. The only solace I can take from this kind of thing is say the three of them will gather brush am. If after life they don't understand that kind of thing, what are they meet on based on say seniority? One be be. James Uba, you have asked a very serious question. James say, how can we boycott all these elites? Nigerians. Now, one of the things where I don't tell you for a long time is that, the power of us boycotting. We must begin to attack their pockets from where we get power. Just when we feel like. We go announce, 1 week suspension of buying fuel. Nobody could buy fuel for that 1 week. Just to protest the price.
Now you have listened to what Seun Kuti said. Now, like I told you, I make a compilation on how Nigerians are reacting towards all of this. But I want you guys to watch this particular video of HIP TV on how they go to the streets to seek Nigerian opinion regarding to the death of Buhari. How do they feel? Are they happy? Are they sad? And I want you guys to watch the mixed reaction. We'll be right back.
I don't feel anything about his death.
I felt bad about his death.
Feeling bad. I'm feeling bad.
We thank God he has money to take care of himself. Otherwise, I've gone before this time around.
It's normal. It's the stunt for him to die.
Should I say I'm happy? I'm actually sad though.
I was like, wow. Well, like a lot of people wanted him to die. Actually, he didn't die. So why after he has already ruled?
You only get shocked about the death of a leader that have performed well.
To me, it's a contraband to Nigeria. It's an error.
I'm indifferent about it. I just feel like I'm not really sad, I'm not really happy.
Thank you so much, President Muhammadu Buhari, for your time there. We felt it was a punishment to us, but notwithstanding, I feel pained though.
Though his style of leadership was terrible, but what can we do? He's a human being and he was once a president of this country. So we just have to feel the pain.
I pray God will forgive his sins and grant him paradise.
Now, you have heard from them in the street. Some said, oh, no matter how bad it is, now that he's dead, they sympathize with the family. Some said they don't feel nothing. Now, let us all look at the elite on how they sympathize with the family of the former President Muhammadu Buhari, who was recently buried. But I want you guys to watch this particular video from Arise TV News on how this man expressed himself, saying that President Muhammadu Buhari is the best president. In fact, now create Nigeria.
Yes, but Charles, I agree with you in so many respects. But in the issues related to these figures, I don't know what his critics are looking at. All the figures from every known publication in the 8 years are clear. This is an economy that recovered from recession twice. This is an economy that ran into COVID. This is an economy that he did exceedingly well in economic terms. We held this dollar at the exchange rate. We held it at the time he left at less than 500. He held subsidy so that Nigerians won't die The number of deaths in the last 2 years alone has exceeded the number that voted for some people. I mean, just from tankers falling and people being burnt, people going for Christmas gift, people going to look for food, and they die from it. He knew, and he granted an interview to BBC why he wanted to defend Nigerians ahead of others. He knew the Nigerians weren't producing enough. And if Manufacturers Association reported in the last 2 years that the 183 industries had already died and left, that means they were surviving when he left. Right. There's a difference what people are talking about. He did this work, and the numbers are there to show. I mean, in January of 2024, we published the annals of his book. He came and he asked everybody to challenge that. I mean, Femi Adesina, who also published his book alongside it, brought a compendium of what we were able to do. Right. I'm not just talking about in one direction. He had a gamut of the country does not run on a stream.
Now you have watched the video. I want you guys to watch this particular video from a crying man. I don't really know why this man cry over everything. But I want you guys to listen to him. At least he's part of those that reacted to the death of Buhari. We'll be right back.
I dey feel the pain that Nigeria lost one of the best presidents so far we have ever had in this country since they created Nigeria. Nigeria, this dey pain me. As I dey cry. Now my friend talk say, death took the wrong person. You dey craze? Now be the right person we're supposed to die before. Not be the right person. My friend said death took the wrong person. Now be the right person we're supposed to die. Now be the right person we're supposed to die. They ask for now be the right person we're supposed to die. Now be the right person. He said they took the wrong person. Now be the right person.
Now, let me try and balance the whole equation. I want you guys to watch this particular video of this elite, what he said and how he tried to defend Buhari and every good thing he said about him that he thought that Buhari did for Nigeria that the good Nigerian might not know. Maybe in a long run, Nigeria will feel it. But I want you guys to listen to what he said.
All right. Now, this I don't think it's even about a close relationship that I share with the late former president. I think it's about the knowledge of his person, you know, and I mean, it's okay that people have opinions about his death. The fact that they have an opinion alone, it means he evokes something in their subconsciousness. That's energy. You know, whatever direction the energy flow, any human whose death can evoke as much, you know, energy as is living, it's a human who lives forever. My greatest disappointment with my generation is how we are not taking responsibility to enlighten the generation after us. In the late former President Muhammadu Buhari's lifetime, especially when he was in office, I mean, in the times of Jesus, Anabi Isa alayhi salam wa salam, maybe peace be upon him, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Moses, all of the prophets in the books, people didn't believe in them in their time. I mean, a lot of Jews don't even believe Jesus was a prophet. I mean, they saw him as just a very solid follower of Moses. And he said it himself, that he didn't come to change the laws of his forefather, but he has only come to refine it. Time moves. We can't keep using expectation of yesterday to judge time. Let's appreciate the people we've met for keeping us. You know, it's the fact that we are not living from the point of gratitude that concerns me. If you wake up any Nigerian 60 years ago and stand him on the street of Lagos and Abuja, and just don't look at the cars, just look at human beings passing, you find out that the average human being has 1 or 2 telephones. These were people who were better than a lot of us in their time. They never had the opportunity of having a phone in their home, not even in their place of work, where they were so revered. We have everybody move around with telephones today. We do not appreciate life as it has evolved to our time, so that we can ask ourselves how we can make it better for ourselves and for people ahead. I think that's where we miss the point. But on days like this, it is not up to anybody. The energy will be evoked on earth because a good man has lived well and has been called by his creator, and nothing can change that.
Now, he said his own, but I also want you guys to also watch and listen carefully to what he said, details by details, and why you, as a person, as a reasonable Nigerian, should not even feel a remorse, empathy for this family. And I want you guys to listen to what he said. We'll be right back.
It hurts to do this video because it reflects upon who we have become. I'm seeing videos online and people's reactions to former President Buhari's demise. And it's shocking to see what we have become. It pains me. And I see how people are reacting and sending missiles to current politicians. First and foremost, these politicians will not listen. We come from amongst ourselves. The politicians are us. And until our society starts to groom people based on good self-esteem, we will never change the narrative. This conundrum will remain the same. We are a people who only see people for their material value, because we all have a certain degree of low self-esteem and must prove our worth with what we have, not what we can provide mentally as value to society. So when you see politicians packing and stealing and doing all of that, it is because they have been conditioned. They have been programmed that way. And it is out of love for their own people to make sure everybody's okay. Unfortunately, most politicians don't know that when they die and go, the people they are stealing and packing all these things for might not benefit it thoroughly. Their legacies will drown. How many of those people now, family can come out and say they want to be a part of society and people accept them like that? Someone suggested that the reason why they don't want to go to hospitals in Nigeria is because somebody might sell their information, let people know, why so if you do the right thing? After all, the people who treat you abroad are Nigerian doctors. If you fix everything in Nigeria, you will not need to go abroad. And if you make sure it is available to all, nobody has time. And then if there is good law working in Nigeria, no doctor will be willing to lose their practice by divulging information about you in their private hospital or if the public hospitals are working. But here we are all just ranting online. At the end of the day, nobody is listening to us. I've seen several, it was so painful to read the comments. And I'm sure the families are seeing it. And now there are still some other families that are presently looting and thinking the future things will just align. This is okay. But no. Even in death, Nigerians are flogging. They don't care. They have been hurt so much. It's okay. We shall be alright.
Anyway, 20, 50 years from now, or 30 years from now, or 10 years from now, your children might ask you, who is Buhari? What would you tell them? What would you remember him for? Please, that is what I'm going to be asking you guys in the comment section. Maybe they might ask you, who is Buhari and what is Buhari to you and what have Buhari impacted in this country? What would you remember Buhari for? It's just a simple question I'll be asking you that your children might ask you, or your great-grandchildren might ask you in next generation. Like today now, whenever they mention Abacha, there is one thing that comes to people said, a brutal head of state that has no remorse but took all the money in the country and bank it in abroad. But today, they are still returning this money backward. But I want you guys to just tell me in the comment section, what would you remember Buhari from? I'm waiting for you guys in the comment section. Until we meet again, stay tuned with Plan B TV. Remember, we love you, but God love you more. If you love us, the only way you can show your love to this channel and to me is to like this video, comment your thoughts about this video. If you have not subscribed, please do. If you do, turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out our official uppost. Until we meet again, stay tuned with Plan B TV. I love you guys. Peace out.